What we're going to be looking at next is a way that we can utilize the attribute selectors and pass on a expression to be able to identify different types of selectors. So the page that we are going to be using for this example is the exact same one that we used in the last exercise, with the exception that some of the text has now been turned into links. And if we look to our HTML, the links that we have, the first link is a link to a website, an outside web address. The second link is a email link, and the third link is a link to a PDF file. And these are all fictional links. Well, I think this web address is actually a real link, but these are obviously fictional, but it doesn't really matter. For our purposes, we're going to be targeting them based on the type of link that they are. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create some styles that we can then pass on via jQuery to be able to make the links appear a little bit differently. The first thing is I'm just going to add a basic style to all links, and we'll just go ahead and change link color to be a different shade. I'm going to be using a orange shade or something like that. So I'm going to pass on this color, and if I save my page and we refresh in the browser, you can see that now the links are going to appear orange instead of blue. So obviously that new change is happening. Then we'll go ahead and we'll set up some classes that are going to be specific to our links. So I'm going to do a dot web link, and this will style my web links to be a little bit different. We'll go ahead and we'll write a color rule in here as well, and this color is going to be 699. And then I'm going to go ahead and make another rule for a .mail_to class, and any email link will make it look a different color. So I'm going to use 9C3, and then finally I will make one additional link that will be styling the PDF files in the page, or any link that is going to a PDF file, and we'll just go ahead and make that a color as well. And on our web links, let's actually change our web links, the decoration, a little bit. So let's use the text decoration rule and change it to be none, and in addition we'll add a border on the bottom, and let's add a border on the bottom that is dotted and 1 pixel, and we'll use that same orange color that we're using to define on the links, C63, just to make this a little bit more interesting. So I have my class links defined, as well as a general link color, which is changing the links on my basic page. So now the next step is we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into our jQuery so that we can target these various links depending on what they actually start with, what they end with, or what they actually have in them. So let's learn how to do that. I'm going to pick up on the document that we were using in the last exercise, and what we'll be adding here is, let's go ahead and style the PDF link, for instance, to start. I'm going to start a new jQuery statement, and we'll go ahead and we'll target an A, so any link tag, and then we'll pass on a href attribute. So you pass on the attribute by putting the attribute within the square brace, and I'm going to go ahead and type href, and then to target what the link actually begins with, we'll use the caret symbol. So we're going to go ahead and create the caret symbol. You can create that by going holding your shift key and clicking the 6 number, and that creates the caret symbol there. And then we're going to make that equal to, and we're going to put in double quotes this time, exactly what the href link is going to begin with, and in this case it's going to be mail to. Then we'll close the square brace, close our single quote, and close our curly brace, or close our parenthesis. So what this statement says right here is it basically says to get all links that have a href attribute that begins with the string of mail to. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to pass on a class or add a class to those particular links, and we'll add on our mail to class that we just created. So let's go ahead and give this a save and test it out in the browser. If we come into the browser and we refresh our page, you can now see that the link that was linking to a PDF file has now updated with its new color. It's become green based on what we just passed with our jQuery. So if I had other links in my page that were linking to PDFs, they would all appear with a green color. Let's make some of those other edits as well. So the next one that we're going to go ahead and target is, we'll just target the outside web link. So I'm going to begin by writing this the same way. I'm going to target an A tag with a href attribute. This time, however, we're going to go ahead and we're going to say that we want to target anything that contains a particular string. So for this one, our page that we're linking to is going to Wikipedia, and it has a string of wiki. We could use the exact same jQuery rule that we used for the mail tool and just say target anything that has an HTTP link, but let's just pretend that anything that is going to a Wikipedia reference, we want it to look a specific way. So we're going to come in here and we're going to pass on the parameter of the Wikipedia. To do this, you're going to use the asterisk. So the asterisk, it indicates an arbitrary position within the string. So by putting the asterisk, it's just going to say whatever we pass on as the value, it just needs to find that particular value. So we'll go ahead and we'll make this equal to, and in the quotes we're going to put exactly the string that it's looking for, and we'll just put Wikipedia, and then we'll close our quotes, close our square brace, and close the single quote in the parentheses, and then we'll pass on the appropriate class, and the class that we want to pass on is going to be our web link class this time. And if we go ahead and save the page and refresh, anything that's going to link to Wikipedia now has a completely different look. It's underlined with a dotted orange line, and the color has changed as well. So that is now working. So this is a great way that you can target anything, like kind of like a wildcard selector, but any string that would appear within something, you can target it this way. And these don't have to be assigned just to links. You can put them on other elements where appropriate. We're just going to use the links for this example. So finally, we're going to go ahead and make the same sort of rule for our links that are going to a PDF file. This time we're going to target anything that ends with a particular string, and to be able to do that, we're going to use the $sign. So we'll go ahead and add the $sign in here, and then we'll make it equal to, and of course it's looking for this specific bit of text, so we'll put that within the quotes. It's actually a value, and we'll just terminate this statement the same way we do the rest, except we're going to add on the class of PDF, I believe is what we called it. And let's go ahead and save the page, and if we preview in the browser, our final link, which is linking to a PDF, should now change. So now that one is appearing purple. So what we've successfully done here is we are able to apply these various classes to 3 different types of links. We've gotten really specific by being able to say, find a link that starts with this particular string, find a link that contains this particular string of text, or find a link that ends with this particular string of text. Extremely powerful feature and very easy to accomplish with our friend jQuery.